The Messerschmitt Bf 109 was a highly advanced and successful single-engine fighter aircraft used by the German Luftwaffe during World War II. In this video, we will uncover the history of the Messerschmitt Bf 109, starting with the geopolitical background that led Germany to develop this advanced and successful fighter aircraft. We will also delve into the difficulties encountered by engineers during the development process, such as choosing an engine, optimizing aerodynamics, selecting armaments, securing funding, and acquiring resources. Germany's location in the heart of Europe meant that it was surrounded by potential enemies on all sides. Its western border was with France, a country that had previously defeated Germany in war and was seeking to regain the territories it had lost. To the east, the Soviet Union was rapidly modernizing its military and posed a significant threat to German interests. Meanwhile, Great Britain was building up its naval power and had a strong air force which could easily reach German cities and military installations. This geopolitical reality drove the German military to focus on developing new weapons and tactics, including a powerful air force. The Bf 109 was a key part of this effort, and its designers drew on a wide range of cutting-edge technologies and innovations to create a fighter that would give Germany a crucial advantage in the sky. This situation led the German military to view air power as a critical component of their defense strategy. They saw the development of a strong air force as essential to deterring potential enemies and protecting the country from attack. The Bf 109 was designed to be a high-performance fighter that could outmaneuver and outgun its opponents, and its development was priority for the German military. The aircraft was designed with the latest innovations in aerodynamics, engine technology, and armaments, and it was tested and refined in a series of rigorous trials and demonstrations. The result was a powerful and effective weapon that was ready to defend the skies of Germany and help secure its future. One of the biggest challenges faced by the designers of the Messerschmitt Bf 109 was the lack of a suitable engine. The aircraft was designed to be a high-performance fighter, and it required an engine that could provide the power and speed necessary to meet this goal. However, the existing engines available at that time were not up to the task. For example, the BMW engine, which was widely used in other German aircraft, was heavy, unreliable, and lacked the power needed for the Bf 109. As a result, the German engineers decided to design and build their own engine. This was a complex and time-consuming process, and it added significant delays and cost to the overall development of the aircraft. The engineers had to create a new engine from scratch, and they had to find ways to overcome numerous technical challenges along the way. One of the key challenges was finding a way to increase the power output of the engine while still keeping it lightweight and reliable. The engineers achieved this by using a number of advanced technologies and techniques such as high compression ratios, supercharging, and improved ignition systems. For example, the DB601 engine used by the Bf 109 was equipped with a two-stage supercharger, which allowed it to produce more power at high altitudes where other engines would lose power. This was crucial to the success of the Bf 109 as it allowed the aircraft to maintain its speed and agility even at high altitudes. Another challenge was finding a way to integrate the engine into the aircraft in a way that would allow it to perform optimally. The designers had to carefully balance the weight and size of the engine with the need for speed and maneuverability, and they had to ensure that the engine was reliable and easy to maintain. They achieved this by using innovative design techniques and materials such as lightweight alloys and advanced cooling systems. For example, the Bf 109's engine was mounted in a streamlined cowling that reduced drag and improved cooling, and it was equipped with an oil cooler that kept the engine running smoothly even in high-stress maneuvers. The design of the Messerschmitt Bf 109 was greatly influenced by the need for high-performance aerodynamics. The aircraft was designed to be a high-performance fighter that could outmaneuver its opponents, and this required a careful balance between speed, agility, and stability. The designers faced numerous challenges in achieving this balance, and they had to make numerous challenges and modifications to the design over the course of the development process. One of the key challenges was finding the right combination of wing shape, airfoil, and control surfaces that would provide the desired performance. The designers had to find a way to create an aircraft that was fast and agile, but also stable and easy to control. For example, the Bf-109's wings were designed with a rounded leading edge and a sharp trailing edge, which provided good lift and reduced drag. The wings were also equipped with flaps that could be extended to increase lift and improve maneuverability. Another challenge was finding a way to reduce drag and increase speed. The designers achieved this by using streamlining techniques and advanced materials, such as lightweight alloys and advanced coating. For example, the Bf-109's fuselage was designed with a sleek and aerodynamic shape that reduced drag and improved speed. The aircraft's engine was also mounted in streamlined cowling that reduced drag and improved cooling. The designers also had to find a way to balance the aircraft's weight and size with the need for speed and maneuverability. This was a complex and challenging process, as the aircraft needed to be lightweight to be fast and agile, but also strong and sturdy enough to withstand the stresses of combat. For example, the Bf-109 was designed with a sturdy and lightweight frame made from a combination of steel and aluminum, which provided the necessary strength and rigidity while still being lightweight. The Messerschmitt Bf-109 was designed to be a formidable weapons platform, and it was equipped with a variety of weapons, including machine guns and cannon. Integrating these weapons into the aircraft was a complex and challenging process, and the designers faced numerous difficulties in finding the right balance between the weight and size of the weapon and the need for speed and maneuverability. One of the key challenges was finding a way to integrate the weapons into the aircraft in a way that would allow them to perform effectively in combat. The designers had to find a way to balance the weight and size of the weapons with the need for speed and maneuverability, and they had to ensure that the weapons were reliable and easy to use. For example, the Bf-109 was equipped with two 7.92mm MG-17 machine guns and one 20mm MG-FF cannon, which provided a good balance of firepower and ease of use. Another challenge was finding a way to ensure that the weapons were effective in combat. The designers achieved this by using advanced materials and techniques such as synchronized firing mechanisms and improved ammunition. For example, the Bf-109's machine guns were synchronized to fire through the propeller arm, which allowed the pilot to shoot down enemy aircraft without hitting the propeller. The cannon was also equipped with a high-capacity drum magazine, which allowed the pilot to fire off a large number of rounds without having to reload. The designers also had to find a way to make the weapons easy to maintain and repair in the field. This was important, as the aircraft would be operating in harsh, demanding conditions, and the weapons needed to be reliable and easy to fix if they failed. For example, the Bf-109's weapons were designed with interchangeable parts and simple disassembly procedures, which made it for ground crew to quickly repair the weapons if they failed. The development of the Messerschmitt Bf-109 was a complex and expensive process, and it required significant funding and resources to bring the aircraft to fruition. The German military was heavily invested in the development of the Bf-109, and it poured resources into the project to ensure its success. However, the military faced numerous challenges in securing the funding and resources needed for the project, and it had to navigate a complex and uncertain political and economic landscape to ensure its success. One of the key challenges was securing the funding needed for the project. The development of the Bf-109 was a major undertaking, and it required substantial investment from the German military. The military had to compete with other departments and programs for funding, and it had to find ways to justify the investment to the government and the public. For example, the military had to demonstrate the strategic importance of air power in modern warfare, and it had to show how the Bf-109 would help to deter potential enemies and protect the country from attack. Another challenge was securing the resources needed for the project. The development of the Bf-109 required a wide range of materials and components, and the military had to find ways to secure these resources despite the constraints of the time. For example, the military had to find alternative sources of fuel and lubricants when supplies were disrupted by the war, and it had to find ways to conserve resources and reduce waste. The military also had to navigate a complex and challenging political landscape to ensure the success of the project. The development of the Bf-109 was taking place during a period of great political and economic uncertainty. The development of the Bf-109 was taking place during a period of great political and economic uncertainty, and the military had to find ways to maintain its support and funding in the face of shifting priorities and changing circumstances. For example, the military had to find ways to maintain its support from key political leaders and decision makers, and it had to adjust its plans and resources to meet the changing needs of the war effort.